The movie begins with Akinbode, a warrior from the Blue Clan. As he embarks on a mission to kill a supposed beast from the Red Clan, he walks with so much courage, like a man who knows exactly what he's about to face, ready to slay this beast. But there is a problem. There is no beast. Instead, he finds a young, beautiful maiden. Back in the Blue Clan, Baba Aigbe, Yasia, watches Akinbode's journey through a bowl of blue water as the people chant and drums play in the background. According to Baba Aigbe, as long as Akinbode is holding his sacred sword, he can see what is happening on his end. Akinbode, who is supposed to slay a beast, is now faced with a woman whose only weapon are her beauty and femininity. He is immediately struck by this her charm. We are now taken back to learn how this conflict between the two clans began, the Blue Clan and the Red Clan. The Blue Clan was known for making their blue fabric until a Efoshitan arrived with her red fabric. She took over the market from them. Later, she supposedly sent her beast to kill the men working in the field. And because of this, the Blue Clan has lived in fear for a very long time. The people are now waiting for their warrior to return. Some even wonder whether they should attack the Red Land since Akinbode has supposedly slain the beast. But there is some confusion because nobody is sure the beast is actually dead and Akinbode hasn't returned yet. Even Baba Aigbe admits that although he saw the blade cut into something and eat some flesh, yet he never saw the beast fall. As they are still discussing this matter, Akinbode finally returns like a warrior that he is, declaring the beast is dead. Abifirin asks him what the beast looks like. Of course, Akinbode saw no beast, so he described the woman he encountered, claiming that the creature was hideous, with horns like cursed tree and skins like burnt wood. After finishing the description, Abifirin asks him how he managed to kill this beast. Akinbode replies, "It watched me when I struck, but when the blade entered its body, it did not scream, Baba. It smiled as though it has been waiting for me all its life. You get it?" Akinbode with the lines. His people rejoice because their great warrior has finally defeated this hideous beast that have been tormenting them. But Badero stops the celebration. "If you truly kill this beast, Akinbode, where is the head?" Everybody suddenly goes quiet. "Yes, where is the head of the beast, Akinbode?" Akinbode tries to dismiss this question, saying such foul things should not be brought into a sacred place. But Badero remains suspicious. According to him, are they expected to believe Akinbode's story when he's the only one that returned from the journey? At this point, I'm beginning to smell jealousy. Badero and Akinbode engage in a few sword moves. Despite everything, they are good friends and the celebration eventually continues. Meanwhile, Moremi is laying before Efoshitan. Moremi tells her that she did exactly what she was instructed to do. But she is confused why Badero is still alive. According to her, if Moremi had truly done as she was told, Badero should have collapsed on his way out or perished by the river. Moremi still insists that she used the poison pin and the pin pierced through his skin. But she remained doubtful. She wants to know what exactly happened inside the room, who entered the room, because she sensed that something forbidden had happened there. Moremi continued to insist that she did exactly as she was instructed. Badero meets with his father Abifirin, hoping to convince him to let him lead the warrior into the Red Land, but his father refuses, telling him that he is destined for greater things. Badero is not satisfied. He wants to make things happen instead of sitting back and watching. Akinbode enters. Abifiri tells him that he will lead the people to the field. That same field they have not entered in years because of this supposed beast. Meanwhile, some white men arrive at Efosetian's residence. They demand that she reveal the secret formula used to make her red fabric. She refuses, explaining that the fabric is for sale, but the soul is not. In other words, they can buy the fabric, but she will never teach them how it is made, no matter how much money they offer. The white men became angry and they shoot at her. But before they can do any real damage, she uses her magic and within seconds, they are all lying dead on the ground. The next day, members of the Blue Clan are seen walking in the field while Akinbode watches over them. Then it starts raining and everyone rejoices. A feast is held in the Blue Clan to celebrate Akinbode's victory and the peace that has supposedly returned to their people. As everyone eats and celebrates, Akinbode asks Abifiri for permission to go visit his mother's people for a few days. Abifiri agrees. As Akinbode is about to leave, Baba Aigbe approaches him and starts asking him questions. And from these questions he asks, you can tell this man knows more than he's saying. But then again, he's a seer, so maybe he has already seen everything and simply chooses to remain silent. He asks Akinbode about the beast, why it spared his life, but Akinbode is more concerned about the peace that has been returned to the clan. How everyone is finally happy and smiling. Baba Aigbe thanks him for carrying a burden that was never meant to be his. He then reveals that Akinbode was not originally supposed to go to the Red Land. Badere was. However, as Baba Aigbe is preparing Badere for this mission, Abifiri stops him because he believes Badere is too inexperienced to fight or kill such monstrous beasts. Badere is his only son, and Abifiri refuses to risk his life. Instead, he chooses Akinbode, a warrior that had trained all his life for this mission. Quick disclaimer, this recap is for educational purposes only and is not meant to replace the original movie. Colors of Fire is showing on Kava and Netflix. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button. Welcome to Nolly Movies Recap. Moremi is bathing on the river when Akinbode is staring at her. She asks him if he has come to kill her again, calling him Badero. He tells her he isn't Badero and that his name is Akinbode. He wants to know who she really is. She introduces herself as Moremi, a servant of Efos Satan. Akinbode asks her again, what are you? She tells him she is the woman he touched that night, the same woman he danced with while thinking he was dancing with death. Akinbode has more questions about this beast because he knows he didn't kill any beast, yet somehow his people were no longer attacked in the field. Moremi is surprised because she knows nothing about any beast. She also seems disappointed because she thought Akinbode had returned because of her. And honestly, she wasn't completely wrong. He actually did came back because of her. Moremi takes him somewhere hidden, where nobody will find him. She gives him something to drink, so the seers in her clan won't detect him as an enemy, then leaves him to rest. When she returns, she finds him still awake. Akinbode tells her that he expects to see a beast. So when he first saw her, he thought it was some kind of trick of the light. But then he realized it was light, but no trick. And of course, they had their good time. Akinbode. She takes him to see how their red fabric is made. It is created from roots and natural dyes. Akinbode is shocked because the Blue Clan had believed that the red fabric is made from blood, men's blood and flesh, and their bones are crushed. So all the thoughts, from the beast to the blood, being used to make fabric are completely false. Moremi then shows him the white men's camp. She explains that they want a Foshetan's formula, but because she refuses to give it to them, they stop trading with the Red Clan. Now, the Red Land is also on the verge of becoming as desperate as the Blue Land because when greedy men don't get what they want, they will surely use force. These revelations allows Akinbode to see everything from different narrative, and he decides to tell his people the truth. Moremi is talking with other servants when they tease her for refusing to come out for some days to join them in their shan. Efoshotan enters and reminds Moremi of her duties. After asking for permission to speak, Moremi suggests that they form an alliance with the Blue Clan because the foreigners cheat them. They should work with the Blues so they should form a very strong alliance, but Efoshetan refuses. She explained that she tried to form an alliance with this Blue Clan before, but it ended badly. She calls them monster who destroys everything they come across. Badero visits Aigbe, asking him to fortify him because he wants to go to the Red Clan and kill Efoshetan. According to him, Efoshetan has killed so many men in the Blue Clan and she deserves to die. He also begs Baba Agba not to tell his father about it. Baba Agba tries to warn him against this mission, but Badero refuses to listen. Baba Agba eventually performs the necessary fortification. Badero then meets with the warriors who will accompany him and he explains his plan to them. They intend to kidnap one of the women while Badero himself will find his way to Efoshetan and kill her. Meanwhile, the two lovebirds are enjoying their night together. Akinbode and Moremi talks about leaving everything behind and going somewhere far away, somewhere they don't have to talk about fabrics or blood, somewhere peaceful and quiet. Akinbode asks Moremi how they perform their magic because in all his life he has never seen anyone move the way she did that night. Moremi tells him that it isn't magic. She doesn't have any magic. Only Efoshetan possesses that power. And she jokingly says that Efoshetan holds onto her magic like a wicked widow. As for the dance, every woman knows how to dance. She is simply the best of them all. She takes Akinbode to where they perform their ritual dance, the Afefe dance. He watches as the women dances gracefully. One of the women teases Moremi for bringing a merchant into their sacred ritual. The next thing we see, Badero's men attack. Moremi begs Akinbode to hide so they won't discover him, but he refuses. He fights back, telling them to stop. Instead, they call him a traitor and attacks him. One of the warriors grabs Moremi and holds his blade to her neck. Akinbode demands to know who sent them. On the other hand, Badero has reached Efoshetan's territory. He hears the sound of what seems like a beast. He becomes terrified, but continues moving anyway. Then, the beast appears. Badero is terrified, but he gathers his courage and begins making incantation. We hear Efoshetan's voice. She attacks him. Akinbode suddenly appears and fights alongside Badero, shielding him from being pierced. He tells him to run. Badero finally runs out. Efoshetan appears again, ready to finish Akinbode, but Moremi steps forward and pleads for his life. She tells Efoshetan that he is the same man from that night and that she loves him. Efoshetan decides to let Akinbode live. Akinbode tells her that he will speak to Abifirin because he believes Abifirin will listen to anyone who speaks the truth without fear. Efoshetan laughs. She tells him that Abifirin has inherited his father's fire and his grandfather's blindness. She then reveals that she once discovered a valuable root with a color no one has ever seen, red. She then took it to Abifirin, hoping to show him what she had found, but he rejected it because he couldn't stand the thought of someone outside his lineage discovering something of so much value. So she returns to the roots, protected it, and learned how to process it herself. Then Efushuson asks Akinbode why he replaced Badero that night. This shocks him because how did she know Badero was originally supposed to be the one in the room? She explained that the beast told her they deliberately created a sleeping sham so they could keep Badero as leverage to negotiate peace. The poison was never meant to kill him, but then something unexpected happened. Akinbode asks about the beast. He tells her the story of a red beast that had been killing their men in the field, that it was no myth. Efoshoton is confused. She never sent any beast. She never sent anything to attack the Blue Land. So if the beast is real, and it isn't from the Red Clan, then it must be from the Blue Clan. The beast is one of you, she tells him. Back in the Blue Land, Badaro is injured and he is crying. He begged Baba Agba to help him heal his wound. He confesses that he saw Akinbode in the Red Land and Akinbode has saved his life. Akinbode has lied about going to meet his mother's people in their village. Abafarin doesn't believe him. He ordered Baba Agba to treat him and says Badero will be punished for his action the next day. Akinbode returned to the Blue Clan with Moremi, hoping to speak with Abafarin. Moremi shows them how the red fabric is actually made, with dance, roots, and water. Not blood, but Abafarin immediately calls it witchcraft and orders his men to seize her. Akinbode protests. The warriors attack him. As he continues protecting Moremi, Badero suddenly appears from behind and stabs her. Akinbode is completely heartbroken. He screams. At the same time, Efushoton screams out in pain. Badero calls Akinbode a betrayer, accusing him of killing two Blue Clan warriors for the sake of a red harlot. Akinbode is in pain. He says he loves her and she loves him also. Akinbode attacks him. The two men fight. Their battle moves from inside the house, and before long, they are fighting under the rain. Abiferin ordered Baba Agba to stop them, but Baba Agba says he cannot stop the two of them. As the fight continues, Moremi slowly walks out. Akinbode rushes towards her to hold her. Badero appears to strike again, but Akinbode manages to hold him back. Just as Akinbode is about to kill him, Abiferin pulls out his blade and ready to kill Akinbode. But before he could, Baba Agba stabs him, screaming, "I can't let you take my son like you took his mother." And then he turns into a beast. Yes, the beast. That same beast we have been looking for all through the movie. So, Baba Agba is the beast all along, and Akinbode's father. No wonder Akinbode was strong on the field and in the field. He finally tells the story from years ago when Akinbode's mother discovered the wounded beast and helped it. Eventually, the beast transformed into a man and the two of them fell in love. After some time, Abiferin became attracted to her, but she rejected him because she has a man. Because of this, Abiferin had him arrested, forcing Akinbode's mother to run away. Eventually, they found her, but by this time, she already had a child and she was seen as unclean, not fit to be with Abiferin. So he sent her away and took her son because he saw something special about him. Baba Agba remained in the palace and eventually learned how to communicate with the gods so he could become useful to the people. But when Abafarin did what he did to Efeshoton, Baba Agba remembered his beloved and how badly she had been treated. The beast inside of him couldn't stay any longer, so he became the creature that had been killing the men in the field all along. Akinbode asks Baba Aba if there is any way to save Moremi. Baba Aba tells him there is still little time, and if Akinbode and Moremi truly love each other, their spirits will find a way to meet again. The movie ends on an anticipatory note, and I have so many questions on my head. But one thing I give it to this movie is the use of beautiful colors. The movie was so theatrical, and all the actors delivered their roles brilliantly. Personally, I think the dialogue in this movie played a huge role in making it exceptional. You need to watch it yourself to see the full loaf. Thank you for watching today's recap. Please subscribe to our channel for more exciting Nollywood movie recaps and review.